Yo, I know what it's like to be shy, okay? I have had approach anxiety. I have said the weirdest things on so many dates. I've lost so many good opportunities because I was shy, nervous, anxious, fearful, and it sucks. Being shy can suck sometimes, and I always beat myself up for it afterwards. Why did I say that? Why didn't I just go up to her? And hours would pass and I'd still be thinking about, what if she's the one that got away? All because I was shy. Yeah, is that you? If you resonate with that statement, comment yes. And I know so many guys, especially women too, deal with this. How do you even approach someone nowadays? Everyone's on their phone, everyone's to themselves. But the truth is, we are our only block. We are our only block. Tongue twister. We're the only ones that get in the way, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to stop being shy. Okay, so you can move forward confidently, so you can go ask her out or him out or them out, whoever you want to ask out, so you can land that first date, make a really good impression, and I don't know, maybe start a relationship from it. Who knows? But it starts with yourself. It starts with doing some inner work first, okay? Stick around because I got a bonus tip for you at the end, which changed everything for me. Promise you. So the number one tip I want to tell you is, guys, she wants you to succeed. He wants you to succeed. They, them, whoever you're going out with, they want you to succeed. No one wants to see you lose a date or ruin a date. The fact that they're even going on a date with you actually is huge. The fact that you even got a yes to going out with her or them or whoever is 85% of the win. Like, nobody's going to waste their time going on a one-on-one, putting themselves in a potentially awkward situation if they don't see some potential with you from the first impression. So if you've gotten a yes, congratulate yourself, celebrate it. Use that. Let that fuel you and your confidence. Okay? They've chosen you already. You have been chosen, my friend. And the truth is, guys, everyone wants to be swept off their feet. Everyone wants to save time. She's going on that date with you because, she's hoping that this is it. She doesn't want to have to go through 100 dates. So use that. It's like a tree and a gardener, A gardener wants to see that tree, that plant grow as much as that plant wants to, be swept off their feet, or in this case, be grown, be watered. It's a mutual feeling. No one wants, the other person to lose, to fuck up, or to be awkward, because it's awkward for them too. So this is a mutual dance. This is a tango. And it takes two to tango, okay? You are not the only one in the hot seat here. It's both of you. Or none of you. It could just be very casual. Stop putting so much pressure on it. Number 2 is no bullshit, guys. No bullshit. Stop with the fluff. Stop with the lies. Stop lying to them and lying to yourself. And what I mean by this is, when I went on a date last year with this girl who I really, really liked at the time, she'd ask me questions about where I am in life, who I am, my values, all these things, what I'm up to. And I fluffed the shit out of everything. I was like, oh, my business is, taking off right now. I live by myself, even though I had 2 roommates. I'm looking to get a dog because I can financially handle it. Not fucking true. I was nowhere near that. I was struggling. I was struggling to pay rent. But because I wanted to make such a good impression, I lied. I even lied to this girl once about how old I was back in the day because I wanted to be taken seriously, but it actually ended up making me even more anxious and more shy and more nervous because now I had to carry out this lie instead of just being my most authentic self. And the most comfort comes from when you are just genuinely yourself. I know that's cliche, and I know you've heard it a million times. Maybe you don't like yourself, but guys, the truth is, that's the most freeing. To be yourself is the most freeing. It's the most comfortable. And it releases so much weight off your shoulder. Don't lie. Just be your true self. Number 3. This one might take you guys by surprise, but do something just completely absurd before, or embarrassing. Do something absolutely embarrassing right before you go on that date, or before you even go up to her to ask for her number or whatever. Okay? Because the date in itself, yes, it is very bold. It is very nerve-wracking. Going on a date is putting yourself out there, and that can be really scary. So what if you put yourself out there in an even bigger way right before, so that way that date doesn't even compare to what you just did? And what do I mean by this? I mean, once, right before I went on a date, I went out to the middle of the street and I just yelled. I didn't know where I was or who I was around, but I just yelled to the top of my lungs, and so many people were staring at me. And it was really fucking weird. And it was so cringy. I was so embarrassed, and I looked around and like families were looking at me, and it was, it could be a little obnoxious at times. I'm not saying go and do this in a public place, but do something embarrassing. When you get to the red light, sometimes I used to do this. I would go to a red light and I'd just roll down my window and I'd wave at someone on my way to my date. I'd wave at them because it's weird. It's awkward. It's embarrassing. It's a form of being rejected at some level. Reject yourself right before the date, so the date is like 10 times easier. And then when I went into that date, oh my God, it's like, girl, I was already weird. I can't be any weirder than that. I'm good. And all this weight, so much relief on that date. So do something embarrassing before. Number 4 is adopt this mentality. It's the I'm good either way mentality. Lose your attachment on this person. Get rid of all the expectations you have on how this date is going to go or how you're going to approach them. Just say fuck it. Be fresh out of fucks. Just who cares? Because if you can adopt the I'm good either way mentality, nothing can go wrong. Because if you land that date, great. If you don't, great. You are one step closer to finding the person that is going to say yes. Finding the person that you are going to have a good time on their first date with. Every time I went into a date with the mentality of, I need to impress them. Oh man, I hope this goes really good. What if they're the one? Don't fuck this up, Sebastian. I botched it. But all the times, all the dates that I just let go, and I was like, you know what? Hey, you want to grab a drink? True. Cool. No? All right. Whatever. It's the ones where I didn't really give a shit are the ones that actually went amazing. Those were actually the most memorable because it was just like everything was so free. There was no pressure. There was no expectations. Whatever happened. So adopt the I'm good either way. Get rid of that attachment. Okay. And the last point I want to make is focus on your date. This is a tangible, application you can use when you go on your date. Is focus on them. The only reason we get so shy, we get so pent up about our anxiety and our nerves and our fear on these dates is because we are self-conscious. Everyone thinks about themselves. So if we can transition the thoughts on ourselves to someone else, it frees up so much room. If you could just remove the how do I look, how do I feel, what are my arms doing, what am I saying this correctly, am I eating with my mouth open? If you can just focus on your person, your partner that you're with, focus on their eyes, focus on what they are saying, listen to them, listen to the way they move, the way they behave, how they interact with other people. Just put all the attention on them. You'll start to forget about yourself. And once you forget about yourself, all that fear, all that anxiety, all that self-consciousness will inevitably remove itself. Then you'll even forget you were shy in the first place because all the attention was on them. And guys, be mindful. You're not the only one who's shy here. I've realized that all the girls I've gone out with, they were shy too. They're probably even more shy than you. So you're not the only one here. And I learned that in acting class. Getting the attention off of you is what, removes these self-conscious thoughts. It's an art and it takes practice, but actively listening is the best thing you can do, guys. So the bonus tip I want to give you guys, if you made it this far, is check it out. The best advice I can give you, if you haven't been able to apply the past 5 things I've mentioned, is simply owning it. Just own it. If you still can't get past these nerves, which even to this day I can't sometimes I'll just fucking own it. What do I mean by this? If I'm shy, I'll say it. I'll scream it. I'll go up to someone. I was at Trader Joe's a couple weeks ago and I was just so shy. I was so nervous that day. I don't know why. It was a Sunday and I was in Trader Joe's at the produce aisle and I just went up to someone and I'm like, hey, I'm Sebastian. I'm really shy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I usually don't get like this, but I'm really shy right now, and I just wanted to say hi. And I know that sounds cringy. Oh, why would you say that? Why would you be so vulnerable in that moment? Because it released it. It got it out of my system. The fact that I could say, I'm just shy. Hey, this is me. Take it or leave it. Released so much pressure off of me. And it's actually so valuable because now the other person sees you for who you are. They can see that you're not afraid to be vulnerable. That you are, your most authentic self. You can be genuine. You can have the courage to still go up to them, even though you are shy, even though you are a little scared. It speaks volume, guys. I promise you. So when in doubt, just fucking own it. Anyways, guys, hey, if you made it this far, I just want to thank you so much. My goal here is just to spread awareness, help people become more conscious so we can build some really good connections in this world. So we can get off our phones, so we can really conversate and build meaningful relationships once and for all. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.